In 2016, I decided to move my woodworking business in hopes of growing it into something bigger. Now, only a few years later, people all over the Nashville area are inviting me into their homes to help create unique, one-of-a-kind pieces and make their dreams a reality. So follow along as I take you behind the scenes and show you what it takes to create these custom built-ins. This week I've got a super interesting project. That's a lie. I've got a pretty basic project. This week I'm going to be doing a custom set of built-ins on either side of a stone fireplace. So it's a little different than normal. I'm not building it directly up to the fireplace because the stone is just too jagged to try to like custom cope every single piece to fit. So instead we're going to stop about an inch short of the side of the fireplace and go from there. Basic cabinets on the bottom and basic shelving up top, a little bit of crown molding on top, which is going to be an interesting thing to try and install, but I think I'll be able to cope it out and make it work. On a smaller project like this and the doors being already done and primed, we should be able to knock this out pretty quickly. So I'm going to see how fast we can do this and still do it well and hopefully get on to the next project by the end of this week. Fingers crossed. So I'm going to pack up and get started. It's getting late, it's getting cold, and I'm heading out. I left the guys at the client's house because I'm heading to another client's house to go ahead and get some measurements for their project, which I will have them starting tomorrow. This went pretty quick and I'm pretty excited about it, so I'm hoping to keep this momentum rolling and get my guys working on the next project tomorrow while I'm painting this current project. So they're there right now doing the masking. I'm gonna go do this measurement and then I'm gonna draw up a plan, cut list, and get everything ready for them for tomorrow so that we can get this second project rolling. So just a quick update on where we're at with these projects. The first one is almost done. I got the coat of paint on it today and it looks phenomenal. So hopefully we'll be going back tomorrow and installing the doors. I just inspected all the doors and shelves and they look great. So I'm gonna let everything cure in the shop overnight, fingers crossed. We're actually gonna get done in 2 days for an install. That would be amazing. So I will be very happy with that, assuming that we actually get it done. In the meantime, my guys are here right now working on all of the cabinets and stuff for the next project. We still have to do some floating shelves, so I've got some plans set up for them, and that's how we're gonna finish out our week. In other news, I absolutely spilled paint in the back of my truck today, which is probably awesome for all the people driving behind me on the interstate. And now it's time to go and deliver the kitchen island table that I was working on earlier. It has been a Monday. So this morning I decided to leave very early and go pick up some lumber from my local lumber supplier. On the way out, I had an empty trailer, which I thought would be a good idea for carrying all this lumber. And the interstate that I always drive on is so bumpy and so pothole filled. I didn't really think about the safety of it, but I did realize how unsafe having an empty trailer was when I went over a bridge, heard my tires squealing, and looked back to see my trailer airborne and bouncing back and forth on the road doing this. It actually came unhitched from my truck because it went so high when it bounced, and it wedged the jack underneath my bumper. Took me about 20 minutes to get it back off the interstate to where I could actually get it away from underneath the truck, pull the truck away, jack it back up, and hook it back up. Not to mention it's really scary having an 18-foot trailer just bouncing back and forth across the interstate behind you. Luckily there was nothing in there except for some of my basic tools and stuff. Almost all of the Ron Polk system doors and drawers held closed, so like literally only 2 things and a bunch of plywood fell over. So it was actually just more scary than anything, but that's kind of how it started. To cap it off, because of that experience, I was a little frazzled. I grabbed my lumber and started heading straight home and completely forgot that I was supposed to get gas right before I got back on the interstate. If you've ever driven an F-150, you know that when the gas gauge dings and says, hey, you have low fuel, you have exactly 2.7 seconds to find a gas station. And then you're out of gas. So as soon as my light dinged, I realized, oh man, I didn't get gas. Let me find the nearest gas station. One was 20 minutes ahead of me, the other 2 were 15 minutes behind me. By the time I was done checking to see where those gas stations were, I ran out of gas. So my wife luckily came and picked me up. I took a short 2-mile hike down to the on-ramp, and she came and got me. We went and got gas. She brought me back to the truck, took off. Everybody's here, everybody's happy, everybody's safe. But I'm now 3 hours late getting my day started. Luckily the guys are here getting some stuff done for me because I'm a little frazzled by this whole ordeal. But hopefully I can get my head back in the right space and we can get some work done today, because I have got some floating shelves to paint, and hopefully we can get over there and start installing today. That was the plan before this morning happened. And we will finish up getting everything installed like today and tomorrow, and hopefully have this one in just as quick as we did the other one. Now back to your regularly scheduled programming. Just like that, y'all, I am done. Both of these fireplaces turned out really, really awesome, and I'm really excited about it. The stone fireplace posed a little bit of a challenge because trying to make sure that the pieces were gonna fit close enough without leaving an awkward gap was kind of hard, but it worked out in the end. It actually looks really good, really clean. The floating shelves on the other one gave me a little bit of a hard time. They were kind of hard to manhandle into place, but I wanted to make sure that they were a really precise, exacting fit. The only problem was that means that we also did a little bit of damage to the drywall in the process, so I had to fix all that, repaint all that. It wasn't really too bad. and we got it done. So it looks good. We did have a small casualty where we accidentally destroyed one of our clients' lamps today. So it got knocked off a table and hit the floor and shattered. So I'm gonna have to replace that, but it is what it is. But other than that lamp, I think everything looks awesome, and I think you will too. So check them out. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you haven't yet, find me on Instagram. I am at PMK Woodworking. You can see projects and things that I'm working on, get some DIY tips and tricks, and feel free to contact me and ask me any questions that you have. I'm happy to answer them. I enjoy doing it, so find me on Instagram. If you want to help support this channel, make sure to interact with the ads that you see before, after, and sometimes during. All of those are just placed there by Google, and that is all that I do. I don't do sponsored content or anything just yet. So if you interact with those a little bit, you see something that looks interesting to you, go ahead and click on it because it helps support this channel, along with going to Amazon. If you want to check out the Amazon store that I have linked below, and any of the Amazon affiliate links, when you purchase something from them, I see a little bit of that revenue, and it just helps support the channel and this content. Make sure to check out charliepants.com. If you like my work pants that you see me wearing in these videos, use the code PMK20 for 20% off of your first purchase. And make sure to sign up for their rewards program so you can get a little bit of information when they've got new stock coming in, and the more you order, the more you can save. So that's pretty awesome. Don't forget, if you want to get a little piece of PMK, you can always check out my Etsy store. It is etsy.com/shop/PMK Woodworking Shop. You can check out the pens and cutting boards and things that I've made there, along with the plans for some of the videos and DIYs that I do here on YouTube. So if you ever wanted a cut list, or if you ever wanted the plans written out as opposed to just watching a video and writing it all down yourself, go ahead and check out my Etsy store, pick yourself up some plans, and help support this channel. But with all that being said, I am out of here. Not really, I'm staying here, I'm working, because we are already knee deep in the next project. The joys of owning your own business. It never stops. In fact, you can probably hear my guys running the saws right now, so I gotta get out there and help them so that we can get going on this next one, get this installed. We'll see you next time.